Every time this little boy sees the horses that live next door, he runs to the fence and calls out to them, hoping that they'll look over and notice him. And every time he does, the horses immediately stop what they're doing and start running towards him to say hello. One of the horses even pops his head over the fence to say hi, making for this super special moment as the kid claps his hands together, just so excited that his friends came over for a visit. When this lady was traveling with her wiener dog, she came back from the bathroom to find the pup cuddled up like this. She was completely kicked back, laying under a blanket, soaking up her human's first-class seat almost like she bought it for herself. When this turtle was sunbathing on a rock, out of nowhere, a group of butterflies started swarming the turtle's face, landing on his head as more and more butterflies started to arrive. Apparently what's happening is the butterflies are actually drinking the turtle's tears because they're salty, but instead of going back into his shell, the turtle is obviously enjoying the butterfly kisses, looking around as he fully embraces his real-life Disney moment. After putting a pair of sunglasses on their dog, he started looking around almost like a human would, before doing the most hilarious little head bump, throwing the shades up on top of his head, playing the part perfectly, just like the cool dog that he is. Every time this dog hears his human mowing the lawn, he'll sit at the front door begging to go outside so that he can go help. The second she opens the door, the dog bolts out to his human, leaping onto his lap and standing on all four paws as he starts to mow again. Even though this likely makes the guy's job much harder, you can tell how much the dog enjoys it as he wags his tail, just so excited to be part of the fun. Whenever she sits down to play video games, her bird immediately flies over to her desk, flopping down on its back, pretending to be a computer mouse. He'll lay there looking up at her, waiting to be moved around, being completely still as she pretends to play the game with him, obviously jealous of the attention that the mouse gets over him. After this cat saw itself in the mirror for the first time, it immediately stopped in its tracks and thought there was a predator in the house. A few seconds later, it started making the most interesting sounds I think I've ever heard come out of a cat before. It almost sounded like the cat was reciting an ancient spell as he spread his little toes out, completely ready for whatever was about to happen next. After this dog was surrendered for being too active, this woman decided that the pup needed a second chance at life with a loving family. On their way home from the animal shelter, we can see the dog literally holding her hand the entire drive back, looking up at her as if he was trying to say thank you. After settling in, the pup is now living his best life with a new bed, friends to play with, lots of peanut butter and cuddles, and has been collecting the cheese tax at least once per day, all thanks to this amazing woman for giving him a forever home.